Hello?
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 Hello.
Technical difficulties.
Okay.
Yes.
We're back. It's been 2 weeks and
And I think my mic is the only one that's on because I can't hear Morgan.
Yo! Can you
There
hear me
you
now?
go. And
Hey!
Tony's still fumbling around with his.
Is this on?
There he is.
Is it? Oh, you can hear it now?
Yes.
Okay, now let
I
me
think it's just your
get it so I
headphones.
can-
Welcome to the Metal Comedy Show. We're figuring our lives out. Woo!
Check. Okay, there we go.
Mm.
Now I can hear what the bloody hell I'm doing. All right. To all my listeners out there, you already know me, and you know things happen unexpectedly and very crazily, so just deal with it.
Especially on this show.
Damn Skippy on this show. Nothing is planned. We fly by the seat of our pants here, which is why I love it. We're waiting for our band to come in, and just in case if anybody's tuned in and heard some music playing, didn't realize what was happening, if you don't, then, well, you shouldn't be up past your bedtime. You're listening to A Piece of Metal here on Slam Internet Radio with my two very awesome co-hosts.
Dennis.
Morgan Danielle.
And I am Tony Myrick, and we are going to kick this off. We're waiting for the band. Who we got coming in tonight, Morgan?
Beneath the Stairs.
Beneath the Stairs is coming in. They're just running a little late. Traffic is being a little unfriendly for them.
Funny story is, I just realized, I mean, I've had this card in my wallet forever, but like last year when I was in a band, I actually ran into somebody when my friend was getting a tattoo at Inktown, and this guy was just like, "Oh yeah, we should play a show together," and hands me his card, and it was the guy from Beneath the Stairs. So
that's
I've known
cool.
about them
Nice.
for like a year and hit them up. So they're coming slowly but surely. They will be here with us.
That is awesome.
Mm-hmm.
And then who do we have coming next week? Do you know?
Skinwalker.
Oh, yes.
Skin Boys.
Yes. We.
And then Orion is going to be on with us the following week.
Now, Arian, is that the that's a Metallica song?
I don't
if
know.
I'm not
I'm hoping I
mistaken.
pronounced
Orion.
it right.
Orion. Okay,
Yes.
Orion. All right. I'm like, that sounds.
How dare you,
familiar.
Tony?
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Forgive me out there for those of you who heard me make my very deep and ignorant mistake. We're going to go ahead. We're going to be taking some calls tonight.
That number, if you want to call in and talk to the band or us, is going to be
773-455-6995. And
I think you put too many numbers in there.
No, he read it right. I
Really?
think you're
Oh,
counting wrong.
Oh, hey, the band's here.
The band
They
is
are here.
Hi.
rock and roll all night party
So we are
every
gonna-
day.
Wait for them to come on in and get settled in.
Yeah, give them a moment to settle in. But as we said, that number is 773-455-6995.
We need to come up with a jingle for that.
Jingle, jingle.
Piece of metal.
773-455-6995. Oh,
That wasn't metal in the least bit, but I'll let her
It's catchy.
slide. Anybody else would have been thrown out of here by now.
I'm too cute to be thrown out.
Okay, I'll
Fuck out.
give you
Just
that.
get the fuck out. Do it. Oh, fuck it.
Hey, it was your idea to let her stay another show. Well,
Not that bad.
my-
Oh,
Damn, I'm tearing up the phone.
Okay, so now we can't make calls because Tony dropped the phone. So give that a minute.
I can't find the cord.
It's not my fault. Everything is so,
Okay. Oh.
Ow, that hurt. That came right through the headphone.
It's
like
gonna be the most fucked up show.
So maybe what we need to do now is play some music, so then we could get to the band and we'll seem more organized.
Yeah, Joe, just play some more music.
Hey, I want to give a quick shout out to our sound man, Brother Joe there.
Yes.
Hope he's feeling better, because we
Mhm.
partly canceled the show last week because of him. But
Apparently he busted his ass, but it's okay.
but now it was because of the storm. Because god damn, that was bad. I was
Oh,
out
man,
of
that was
power
some-
until Friday night.
That was some serious storm clouds there.
Yeah.
Um,
So dude, let's go to the music. Give him one
give
second.
him 1 second. Give him 1 second.
One. All right, click play.
Dum, 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 dum.
Bow,
Dum,
bow,
dum,
bow,
dum,
bow.
dum.
Vocals.
You're looking at me. I'm not listening. If anything, I should be doing the drum beat. There you go.
That you so that you're blinded by
All right, we are back. You are listening to A Piece of Metal. We are now all settled in, and we have two members from Beneath the Stairs with us. You can go ahead and announce yourselves.
I'm Lisa, lead vocalist.
Eric, and I play guitars and I do harmony vocals.
Cool. And the names of your other bandmates who were not able to make it with you?
Bill, our drummer, and Tom, our bass player.
Okay. And just to let everybody out there listening know, they didn't come because they didn't want to. They're out right now beating up Cub Scouts that do not know how to respect the law and killing a few dragons. Yes, it is a metal show. Don't ask questions. Just do as you're fucking told.
Yeah.
All right.
All right.
We got the phone lines open. The number is 773-455-6995. And I'm just going to reach past you here a little bit and fiddle about with the earphone volumes. Cause
And while he does that, so when did you guys start? When did you guys all start getting together, and how did you guys meet and everything?
Well, the way I remember it, you guys were Bill and Eric were jamming together spring, summer '09.
Yeah.
And then I was brought in. I joined August. It was like August, September of '09.
Okay.
Yeah, Bill and I had another project we were working on, and we just started writing together. And then the stuff we ended up writing right off the bat just really seemed like it clicked for both of us. And then Lisa and I were in a band a few years back, and then it just kind of folded. And I just called her up. I was like, hey, we need a vocalist. You want to come check it out? And it just really clicked. First audition, second rehearsal we had after the audition. She had lyrics to our first song, so it was all
That's
good.
cool.
Yeah.
So you guys knew each other beforehand? Or?
Yeah.
Yes.
That's cool.
Yeah, I've been writing with Lisa for about
It was '05.
so about 6 years, and then Bill and I have worked together for a couple of years. So
Nice.
yeah.
Now, the album that you guys are going to be playing tonight, is that your first?
Yes.
Yeah, it's our upcoming album. We haven't released it yet. It's going to actually be released end of August, and it's the first time we're actually playing it for people tonight. So
Nice.
Yes.
Yeah, we're just-
debut.
right. So
Sweet.
album's called Controlling the Chaos, and as soon as it's out, it'll be
which
out
actually
everywhere.
makes sense.
Yeah. That's
How
what
would you
gotta
describe
do.
the sound of it?
Oh, well,
Oh.
we're not afraid to experiment with things. It's definitely rock oriented and there's metal elements in it. But like Eric was in a jazz fusion band before, there's a lot of different elements that we're not afraid to throw in. And, sometimes the writing process is a little bit painful because of that, because we have so much stuff going on.
Right.
But, sorry. Okay.
Yeah, we have a pretty diverse set of backgrounds. Bill's been playing with a number of bands over the years, a lot of metal stuff, but he also is able to pull off some jazz. And him and I have a lot of the same influences in terms of music and stuff. And Lisa's background, she's kind of got a punk and rock metal background. Metal, I guess, is the sort of common denominator.
Right.
For
There
us.
we go.
So
That's what I want to
there you
hear.
go.
Absolutely. Are you kidding? Oh, my
So-
God.
No, I was listening to it earlier before we went on. I could definitely hear a lot in the lead guitar.
Yeah.
Very,
Oh, yeah.
Very nice. So when you guys are releasing the CD, are you going to do a CD release show?
Yeah, we're still in the works for, sort of setting that up and figuring out what the venue is for that. Right now, we're just actually finishing up the artwork on the album and trying to schedule getting it pressed and all that. So,
Cool.
And once you get that venue established, I think it might be a good idea if the beautiful, awesome folks, including myself, from
yeah,
A
yeah.
Piece of Metal were to do a live broadcast of that.
We will definitely be there.
that'd be really cool. Yeah.
Oh, my God, yeah.
definitely.
Could you have some spare ribs there? I've been fiending for spare ribs.
You know
for the
what?
past
I made ribs
months.
tonight. I
Damn
I
it!
shit
Dude.
you not. I made ribs tonight.
And I had ribs the
And
other
my wife
day,
was like,
man.
"We had extras. Like, why don't you bring a care package over? I'm sure everybody likes ribs. Who doesn't
I don't
like
know
ribs?"
what it is. I mean, I'm like fiending for
I
ribs.
will
like
remember that for next time.
a junkie is fiending crack. It's like, no, I don't want water. No, I don't want the ice cream. I want that plate of spare ribs that the guy is
It's
eating.
like a pregnant lady.
I know.
Yeah.
Tony, are you pregnant?
Well, define
Discuss the
pregnant.
news first.
Pickles and ice cream, buddy.
Right. So, we'll
So
remember
no,
that.
that's cool. You guys got a little bit of camaraderie going on with each other. What are some of the spots that you've hit in Chicago or in Illinois?
Actually, last fall we played right across the street here at the Portage. We did a Damnation Festival.
Are you doing
Righteous.
Damnation this year too?
No, actually, we're not. But in a couple of weeks, we're actually doing the Metal Mergence Festival at Reggie's.
Woo.
Yes, you
Yeah.
handed
So-
me this really pretty flyer
Yes.
for the
Right.
show. I'm liking it. I'm digging it.
Where'd you? Who made up the flyers? I'm
Actually-
asking because I'm going to eventually put together
Sure.
another band, and I need info.
Sure. The guy who actually runs the event, Scott Jackson, is a graphic designer. He's done countless album covers. He does a lot of horror-related stuff, horror movies and stuff. So he actually puts the festival on every year. And
That does look nice.
through our friend at Gen X Music, we actually were able to get on the bill with that this year. And
Gen X Music, who will be doing a live broadcast of
the barbecue.
of the
Janelle's
barbecue
house, yeah,
at Janelle's house.
Right. So, yeah, she hooked us up. She's a good friend of ours. And, yeah, we're really looking forward to the show. It's going to be our biggest show this year so
Yes,
far.
July
But-
16th.
Cool.
8
And
p.m. and $10. That's what
Thank
the
you.
flyer said.
Right.
oh yeah, you gotta plug that flyer.
Yep.
So, oh Jesus, I forgot what I was gonna say.
Are there any other shows that you guys have booked as well?
Yeah, that's in a couple weeks. That's actually July 16th. July 30th, we're playing with the tragic loss of Veronica Lake, a great darkwave synth pop band. We're playing up in Lincolnshire at the Viper's Alley or Viper Alley.
One of those two.
One of those, yeah. And then August 28th, we're returning the Reggies for the West Memphis 3 benefit, which is
nice.
put on by our booking agent at Red Star Entertainment. So
Yeah, we just had a band in here a couple weeks ago, District 22. They also did the
Oh, yeah.
the benefit.
they're on the same
and,
roster as us.
My band,
Yeah.
former band, did that same show out in Stager.
yeah.
You know, hole in the wall.
So you guys know Dina, yeah.
Yeah. Actually, like, there's a lot of various different. Like, I personally know Jennifer with Gen X Music. She's cool people. I've met Dina. She's pretty cool peeps also.
Yeah.
Have you come across any people that claim to be booking agents, managers that you were like?
Oh, sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sure.
Put a stick up, held
Sure.
the cross in front of them and
Sure.
throw some holy water on them.
Sure.
Yeah, that happens.
You don't have to
but-
mention names,
Oh,
but
Yep, right.
one of the things
You know.
I like to do on this show is to give acknowledgement to the people that are good, but at the same
Sure.
time, if you know someone that's out there that's fucking up,
Sure.
and is hurting and cheating people,
Sure.
like our former manager Erica Welch, who's now serving time in prison.
Oh my
Ouch.
God.
Oh,
Wow.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, man.
Yeah, whoa, God, I'm gonna dedicate an entire show about her, but
Okay.
that'll be later on.
Okay.
But yeah, there's one of the things I want to do with this show is to improve the music scene
Yeah.
in Chicago. The bands are here.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
Oh, absolutely.
we got the venues.
Sure.
We just need to kind of
You're absolutely right.
all get together
Yeah.
and like in New York and
Right.
California,
California, right.
and
Yeah.
I think like the best music scenes in the country now, like you just said, Boston,
I said Austin, actually.
Austin. Oh, okay, Austin, Texas.
Yeah.
Boston has a pretty good one.
Yeah, they're pretty tight.
What shocked me, Tennessee.
Really? Nashville?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like Nashville, really?
Yeah.
Metal scene down
Oh
there.
yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I've heard stories.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean their metal scene is almost surpassing. No, not almost. It has surpassed California's pretty much. Like wow.
A lot of really good players in Nashville because they're all studio cats because of the country scene down there.
I'm only 4.5 hours away from there. It's
Yeah,
like okay,
yeah,
I might have
yeah.
to snatch me some musicians.
Oh, we're going to Nashville.
Right.
So, and I know it's like the cheesy door question, like, what are your influences? But I won't say it like that. I won't say, what are your influences? Who are, like, we talked about who are the people that were the first images that brought us into rock and then
Oh, yeah, that's a
later
really good
transitioned into
Yeah, that's a
metal.
great question.
What was your first, like, images that made you say, like, for me, I said in a previous show, when I saw the Beatles for the first time,
Sure.
I looked at them as like, I want to do that.
Right.
I didn't know what the hell it was, but I wanted to do it.
Yeah.
What were yours?
Well, for me, my mother was a musician. She played in a number of bands over
cool.
the years. She was a rocker. She was a metalhead. So I grew up listening to a variety of stuff. I mean, the bands when I was a little kid, man, like Zeppelin, bands like Yes, King Crimson, Black Sabbath, Judas
yeah.
Priest, AC/DC, all that stuff that's my sort of fundamentals of rock and roll and heavy metal.
There we
as a
go.
Kid, so. But bands that really kind of captivated my attention, getting into the heavier stuff, Metallica, Slayer.
Yeah.
And then when I was in high school, I really got into death metal. Bands like Morbid Angel, Obituary, Carcass.
Oh boy.
That kind of took me to. I went a little heavier. You know, my mom's listening to Judas
We all
Priest.
did.
You got to rebel against it. How do you rebel against Judas Priest?
I know.
You got to go heavier, I guess. So
And
that's
that
what
was
I
the
doing.
same thing with me. It's like, okay, I like this, but I'm really liking the way that sounds.
Right.
Like, wow, that sounds pretty cool also.
Right.
And you just step it up.
How about you?
Well, let's see. When you said images, and the first thing that you saw, like when you were young, David Bowie, I'd have to say.
Mm-hmm. Okay,
You know,
yeah.
so for sure, I remember that distinctly. And in terms of bands that really made me want to do this, it was always, for me, the lyrical content always
Yes,
grabbed me. Always.
yes.
And Metallica did that for me first, like old Metallica.
Yeah.
And so I remember I was 12 years old, and a friend of mine gave me my first Metallica album. It was And Justice for All. And I just was like, this is awesome. You know, so, and then like
Me and Morgan was just doing a little like intro ditty to a
Yeah.
one there.
and it was just, I guess, also like the honesty and the like how prolific he was.
Yes.
I don't know what happened now, but you know, from before, you know, so but and then I started getting into like punk rock because of that. Bad Religion is a big,
Love those
you know,
guys.
yeah, like I remember I was 15
There are a
when
lot
I
of
was
punk
introduced to
bands
them.
that do cross over into the metal aspect, and you know they don't clash like
The Exploited.
and
Oh
Suicidal
yeah, they exploited.
Tendencies.
Yeah.
Suicidal Tendencies was a punk band
Yeah.
that more metalheads got into than
Oh,
punk kids,
oh,
Right.
Which is good because Robert Trujillo wouldn't have a career now if that
Yeah.
didn't happen.
And Metallica were very influenced by punk.
Very much so.
And
That-
so I wonder if that had something to do with
Right.
why I was interested. You know, I mean, I was really young, of course, but I remember that. And then I started like
How about
expanding.
Bad Brains?
Oh yeah, Bad
I think
Brains.
that Bad Brains for me was like when I got into
Circle
punk. That was a
Jerks.
band that showed me you could do whatever the hell you wanted
Yes.
to do, as long as you were real about it.
Like Bad Brains, their whole
They went
vibe was it's like whatever we want to play, we're gonna play it.
Right.
If it comes out
Right.
good, fine. If it
Right.
doesn't, whatever.
They definitely weren't afraid to.
you
yeah.
like. Well, they looked
There's
at it
a
like
quality in
this.
that, right.
It's like, okay, how are we going to approach this and not look ridiculous? And HR is like, you got 4 dark-skinned black guys with long-ass dreads doing punk and metal.
Right.
Dude, it ain't going to get no weirder looking than this.
Right.
Once you throw that out there, it's like, hey, we jump up on stage wearing diapers, you know.
Right.
Well, that was done already.
Parliament.
Yeah. I threw it out there to see if anybody would like snatch up on that. What kind of a weapon you play?
I just picked up a Paul Reed Smith. Actually, that's my main axe now. Saved up for it.
Okay, I'm going home now.
I saved up for it though. I mean, before that, I was playing an LTD. You know, it's a workhorse guitar, nice neck on it. I have a couple of guitars actually inherited from my mom when she stopped playing. They're kind of in the vintage, not really replaceable range.
So your mom played guitar?
Yeah, she can throw down too.
Did she do band? What was like? You know, if you don't mind, throw out some names of some bands that she was, or the band that you know.
The biggest band she was in is a band called Crank. They were around about 35 years ago. You know, and it was basically AC/DC meets Judas Priest, and it was female fronted. So
Wow.
she played lead and did the lead vocals. So
She was like, you know,
Yeah.
an underground leader forward in a
yeah,
sense.
pretty much. Yeah.
Yeah.
So.
Not to take anything away from Joan, but you
No,
know,
no.
got to give it the leader.
Is that Crank with a K, like KRA? Yeah, I've heard them before.
And it's like that's cool. You know,
Yeah.
so far we had a band who, mother of all people, was in a metal band. So
Right, right.
okay, man, if my parents were into metal, God only knows what I'd be like now. I'd probably be I'd still be doing radio. I don't know if I'd have you two guys with me.
What are you saying?
I'm
Am I-
saying I
are
am
you
very
getting rid of
happy
us?
with the, way things turned out, and I love both of you. You're not going anywhere.
As soon as he takes off, we're out.
Right, we're done with this.
Oh, that's good. You guys had mentioned earlier something about album artwork that's being made right now.
Yeah, actually, our drummer's a visual artist. He's actually doing all the layouts and the drawings for what we're gonna do. We're actually probably gonna do a shirt with it too. But he spent, I'd say, this is working on 3 months.
Yeah, it's been
already?
a few months.
And It's
Mhm.
kind of a painstaking process, but he's really putting a lot of time in just to really capture, sort of the elements of the music and visually for us. So, and then we really like the fact that it's all internal too. It's like really
Yes.
fully a full representation.
That's
of the band.
also cool.
We're not contracting out an artist. I mean, and there's a gazillion great artists out there, but just that he has that ability to do it, it kind of helps communicate what we're all about even better. So.
You want to do it like in Jersey. You want to keep it in the family.
Oh yeah, absolutely, yeah.
And the album, is there a message behind the whole album as a whole, or is it just songs with different meanings?
I think a lot of them relate to each other in a way. There's definitely like a psychological bent to them.
Yeah.
You know, philosophical as well.
Is there a particular title name, or is it going to be self-titled?
It's going to be called "Controlling the Chaos." That's actually a lyric out of one of our
Yes.
songs.
So do you think that pieces together the whole album with
Yeah,
what all
it's
the
just
songs
kind of
Absolutely.
about
That's cool.
managing your life in
Yeah.
society, you know.
Yeah, and it's very chaotic
And
nowadays.
life
Yes.
is, you know, so much. I mean, just with like technology and stuff, everything's just kind of coming at you. You
Yep.
get overloaded, and it's just how do you make sense of it?
No
all?
matter what lens you look through, everything
Right.
is just so chaotic.
Yeah.
You know, even
Yeah.
relationships,
And you
whatever.
got like a massive amount of information being thrown at you.
Oh my
and
God, yeah.
Some of it good,
Right,
some
right.
of it bad, a lot of it garbage.
yeah.
Right, right.
Yeah, I was telling Tony and Dennis earlier when we first came on air. It's funny because your band, I had heard about almost a year ago. I was sitting in Inktown Tattoo. I was in a band at the time. I'm not sure. I knew it wasn't one of you guys. It was, I think, your bassist was sitting there, and he was talking to the tattoo artist. And you know, he was just so happened listened to the part where I was talking about my band at the time, and he's like, "Oh, here's our card. We should put together a show." And I still have that card in my wallet, and
Oh,
here you
cool.
guys are sitting here, and I was
Awesome.
like, "Now I know who they are." But I've definitely seen you guys grow over the past year, and
Sure.
just seen you guys get more and more shows. And you guys just played a show with Dead Man's Wake.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes, we did.
That's also my friends.
Okay,
and-
yeah, the world gets smaller and smaller
Yeah, they're
every time we play
great.
this show and meet people. Yeah, they've been friends of ours actually since we started. I found them, I think I was on Facebook or something. You know, it was after we had a few songs together, and I was like, hey, they kind of sound like
Yeah,
us.
yeah, they're
they
great.
kinda
We
have
love 'em.
the same sort of similar parameters. They're a little bit different, you know. But like, I think we should book a show with them. And then like a few weeks later, I started talking to the guy Eric Sanchez who put together the Damnation stuff, and you know he works with them, and is like, all right, well, cool.
Yeah, they were on the bill too. Yeah.
Yeah, so
It's
Okay.
funny to see all these worlds come.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah,
They're so
absolutely.
small after a while that you're like, oh, you
Sure.
know who, and who.
right, right.
We're gonna go ahead and like break off here for a moment. We're gonna play some songs
Yeah. Cool.
from Beneath the Stairs. And for those of you that are out there listening, and if you're not, as I always say, I will find you. Give us a call for the listeners that are out there, 773-455-6995. We're going to go ahead and take a break. You're listening to A Piece of Metal, broadcasting live from PC here at slaminternetradio.com.
In safety, but the light can come too soon. Risking all that matters in sights that are misused. Is the veil
Whoa, 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 whoa. We is back. You are listening to A Piece of Metal on Slam Internet Radio. And we just got through hearing a couple of selections by Beneath the Stairs. And that was some pretty cool vocals and definitely some powerful music there. Where did you record this at?
Actually, we work with a guy by the name of Brad Woods, and he actually is from Indiana. He went back home, but he had a studio in Pilsen called Blue Door Studios, and I think we were the last band in the studio before he shut down. So
Wow.
yeah,
Yeah, he's fantastic. We fell in love with
He's-
him at the Elbow Room
yeah,
because he ran sound there, and he's awesome.
Yeah, I played a show at Elbow Room before. I actually like the sound.
Yeah.
It's a tight little cramped spot, but
Yeah.
man, you
They
get
know
that
how to
place
work
rocking.
it. Yeah.
That place is
think
it
cool.
makes it make you sound right.
I think they may have made the stage bigger. I think they redesigned it. Did you guys play on that one yet, or?
Yeah, they actually. My cousin is Brian Bender, the guy who manages the place.
Oh, nice.
Me and Brian are Brian.
You know
we're
Ben.
kind of
Yeah,
cool with
yeah,
each
yeah.
other.
But yeah, he actually got some cases or something. I can't remember what band, it's like Wilco or somebody. He bought whatever to extend the stage out in front, like about 5 feet. So
Oh, so they just extended it forward.
yeah.
Cool. Yeah, because we played there a couple years ago, and I have a 7-piece drum kit with like
Oh,
13
man.
cymbals,
Poor
and to fit in that little
drummers. Yeah.
corner.
In addition
With the
to,
ceiling,
like,
with the
I
little
kept,
ceiling.
remember.
I kept
Yeah.
hitting my sticks off of
I
the
know.
lights. I thought I was gonna bust one eventually, but but yeah, it was a tight little spot.
And then you got like 5 cats in your band. You know, well, 4
Well,
more.
back then we had 4 because we didn't have a singer yet. But yeah, it was still tight to pack, especially loading the equipment too. You got to go up and down the stairs.
And man, is it
What
hot
this
on that
guy
stage.
pointing at me?
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh,
I said that's what she said.
Oh,
That's our sound man, Joe.
next time say it into the mic so we can hear you.
Well, it's funny. I did
Shy bastard.
I'm trying to think. It was either. It probably was at both of them. I did a show at Elbow Room and at Double Door, and I forgot my
Oh.
characteristic
The wristbands?
Your power band.
Right.
Yeah, my power. Well, the power bands actually one of the main powers is keeping the very
Yep.
salty, burning sweat out of the eye sockets, which I didn't have, so I started like squinting real heavily, and which made my performance look rather goofy. My vocals were still on point.
well, good.
You know,
you
it's
didn't get
like-
distracted.
Oh, ow, this shit hurts, and
And then on your wrist, I'd imagine. I mean, you're slipping all over the place if you don't have
yeah,
them.
and I'm
because-
trying to like wipe sweat out my eyes with my sweaty arm, and it's like, okay, this sucks.
yeah, that's miserable.
And I kind of was able to open up my eyes a little bit, and there were some people in the front of the audience laughing at me and like, "Fuck you! You get up here and you do this shit."
Yeah, really.
It was all in fun though.
So the vocals on the CD are beautiful.
Oh, thank
you.
you.
Very.
Did you ever take voice lessons or anything?
Yes, I actually did. Well, when did I start? My first band, I was about 17 or 18, and it was mostly for like technique, so I wouldn't hurt myself, and I wouldn't get tired or like strain myself. And then a couple years ago, I was seeing a vocalist, Cheryl Rack. Actually, she's right in the neighborhood. She's on Irving. And she's fantastic. I think she helped me a lot, So I stopped going to her. I'm probably going to do it again, just because it does help with the strength, and
Yeah.
Yeah.
it's being able to sing for longer periods and more comfortably. So,
Well, you can definitely hear it because you hold out a lot of your notes.
oh, thank you. Yeah,
Oh,
it's
and I
definitely.
love your tone. It's not high and screechy, and
I can't do high and screechy. I can't.
That's
do
an
it.
eagle.
Yeah, it's like the only time that could happen is if I see, like, I'm not afraid of spiders, I'm not afraid of like mice or rats, but water beetles for some reason always if I see them, I will scream like total horror movie screams.
Well, thank God
And
there's not a lot of those around
Yeah,
here.
they're very scary to me, and they're like completely harmless. They wouldn't do anything to you, but they are so scary, and that.
You think
Gets
that's
one
bad?
of
I'm
those
afraid of
screams out of me.
flowers, so don't worry about
Flowers?
it.
I know what to bring next week.
Don't bring it at all. But I'm saying like there's other things that are a lot worse to be afraid of. I can't stand flowers.
I talked to a girl that as much as she loved metal, she had, I forgot what it's called, that phobia of clowns.
Oh,
I'm
oh
like,
yeah, a lot of
Common.
people are afraid of clowns.
I
Like,
gotta find
sweetie,
out what the
there's
name of that is.
a good
Yeah.
80% of metal bands you can't go and see.
Instant clown pox.
Yeah, oh my God, them the
90% of the
ones.
Norwegian metal bands.
Yeah.
Black metal, right?
Yeah, they
Her
love
thing
it.
was it was
The
the,
corpse
makeup
paint.
on the
Yes.
face, and the
Corpse paint,
more
yeah.
evil it looked,
Right.
the more it freaked her out.
Oh
Like,
man.
well, okay, she couldn't even. What made me realize that there was something there we're flipping through a magazine. This was about 15 years ago, and listening to looking at metal bands, and a picture of Kiss pops up. And it's the original Kiss,
screamed.
and I'm looking, and no, she did worse than scream.
She fainted.
Broke down and started
wow.
crying, and I'm
What?
holding the picture up, and I'm looking. Oh, cool! This is the original Kiss. I turn around, and look at her. Her face is pale white. She's like
There's
soaked
your
with
ego.
tears.
Man,
What's
she had like a panic attack, probably.
I didn't know. Had I known she was like going to like freak out like that, I'm like,
Wow.
she's like, I got a thing about clowns. Okay, but these aren't clowns. Well, actually, they are clowns, but it's like, oh, I get. Then I realized the phobia thing. Like, then how are you in the metal? I mean,
Yeah, because at some point you're
you
going to
got
run
like so
across.
many bands
Yeah.
that have the face paint on. I can listen to them, but I just can't go to the shows. You can't buy their albums either, because their face is just right there.
Right. Well, now she could download them off of iTunes. She doesn't have to download the artwork, so who cares?
There
You know,
you
it's like,
go.
yeah, everything's digital.
Let's see. My fear is getting old and not knowing or remembering, things I did before I got old.
Yeah.
Even though I'm probably
Yeah.
older than everybody.
That's
in this
starting to already
building now.
happen with you, Tony.
I know. Thank you for reminding me.
I didn't want to say anything.
Just in case if I forgot it.
We're on a piece of metal.
We keep it real on this motherfucker up in here.
3 weeks ago, he forgot what show we were on, and I'm having to say his lines for him. He's just like
my
looking at the board,
God.
going, "What's going on?"
Well, as you
What do you do
notice,
when a hot girl walks by?
well, I'm usually sitting over there with my back turned, to them.
Oh,
and-
that's good, because then you'd be like, yeah.
yeah, we're on a. Oh,
His name's Tony, easily distracted.
ADD and OCD, which a lot of people don't feel that could possibly be in the same body, but yes, they do coexist.
No.
It's like, well, wait a minute. One is like the lack of control, and one is like this
That's like a-
overbearing temperament.
Yeah,
with
yeah,
control.
yeah,
Kind of
exactly.
thing. Right.
It's like
One's trying to compensate for the other almost, right?
and
You wouldn't
it
have time to
does,
do it. You wouldn't be able to do anything. You wouldn't be able to function.
which is why I'm 45
Wow.
years
Oh God,
old.
the door, the oven. Oh shit.
Which is why I'm 45 years old and still have trouble doing the simplest of things. It's like I walk away from it, then come back to it. Then bad thing I used to do, I counted all my records. I counted everything.
Yeah.
Socks, underwear,
The
t-shirts.
counting thing, I think, is pretty common. like,
records.
people-
But
Would you
with-
lose count because of the ADD?
See,
And wait a minute.
that's terrible. You'd
As
be like
funny
back
as
to
it
square
is,
one.
I did. It's like 1, 2, and I got like at one time I had like 500 some odd albums. Like 1, 2, 3, 4, 16. Wait a minute. I got 2 Metallica ones. Did I put this one? Oh, this is supposed to go over here. Like,
Do you have them in chronological order too?
I
You
did.
had to.
From the first metal bands I
Right.
got into,
Right.
and then their albums in sequential order, and then the years
Right.
that their
Man.
particular genre of metal came out.
Did you
And
get
it's
into
like,
imports at all too?
Yes, I
Oh,
did.
yeah, so you
It's
gotta have the
okay,
Japanese
this is an
import section
and-
behind it, right?
And then just put this in.
Right.
Wait a minute, I lost count.
That's
So,
too complicated.
OCD and ADHD. Come on now,
Wait, you said 80.
yeah, ADHD.
added an H.
That's even.
There's difference there, Tony.
Hyper.
I know. I didn't have the
Remember
hyper
when we
part.
talked about how
I
you're
had-
losing your mind? Now you're not even making sense.
Right.
I'm not supposed to make sense. I'm a metalhead, and I never will make sense, except for those out there that say that they're going to listen to the damn show. And don't listen to the show. I'm coming looking for you.
Just so you know, we are looking for callers to call 773-455-6995.
I was hoping you was going to mess up so I could throw it back at you.
Help us make fun of Tony tonight. Yes.
It's overdue. As you notice, we don't have anything written down here.
Yes.
Hey,
All right, we have ourselves a caller.
Just watch, it's going to be Joe.
you hung up on him.
Thank you, Joe. So the
I don't think
caller
it's him.
that called in,
No.
please call back.
Right.
I know it's not you, Joe. Don't give me a dirty look.
Okay.
Try again. Tony just hung up on you accidentally.
I didn't mean to do
yell,
it.
Yell at him when he picks up the phone, please.
Actually,
Yeah.
yell at the
OCD.
other two. They distracted me.
Watch it. It's going to be somebody ordering pizza.
Okay.
There we go.
Let's see. if
Wait for it to
rings.
ring. Please don't hang up on us. Go. Phone.
Okay, they'll come back
right.
sooner or later. Anyway, what we were talking about was the Chicago metal scene,
Yeah.
or unfortunately, the lack
lack,
thereof
right.
of a Chicago metal scene. You all get out and promote your shows, right?
Absolutely.
Okay, well, let's try this again. I'm gonna wait, let it ring another time.
Go.
You are on Slam Internet Radio. Hello? Hello?
Hey guys, my name's Adam. I just want to let you know I'm a long-time listener, a first-time caller.
Oh, cool.
Just want to let you, just want to let you know I tell you guys I love the show. You guys are awesome. I have no musical talent whatsoever.
Love you too, Adam, and that's okay.
My favorite music genre from listening to a piece of metal. So you guys are awesome.
Okay, you want to say anything in particular to our band here?
Adam.
Yeah,
Having a little bit of connection with the phone. there.
You're dying on us.
Yeah, I really enjoy listening to you guys. You guys are incredible. I love learning from the new bands and all the guys that come in, and it's really an interesting experience hearing from you guys.
Oh, that's cool.
Well, thank you.
And Morgan Danielle, you are drop dead sexy and awesome. So keep it real,
Okay,
guys.
Adam, shut up and ask the band a question.
You just called to ask Morgan out, didn't you?
Oh.
That takes balls, man.
He's like one of my best friends.
Hey, that's cool. We getting a caller in. That's a best friend.
Adam,
That's
are
a
you still on the
co-host.
line?
Yeah.
Adam.
Hello.
Hello.
Okay, I guess
Okay.
he pieced out on us.
There we
Thank
go.
you, Adam, for calling up and showing some love to us.
Yeah,
and
cheers, man.
Yeah,
showing
that was
even
cool.
more
Thank
to
you.
Morgan, but
Yeah, yeah.
hey, love is
Wait.
okay.
There we go again.
It's Adam again.
Okay, let's see if we can get a better connection this time.
Hello.
All right, you're on a piece of metal.
Hello.
Hey guys.
Hello?
Adam?
No.
Oh, this is Brian.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Hey, what's going on, dude?
Hey,
You're on a piece of metal.
Comment on the ADHD ADD discussion.
Go ahead.
All right.
I have ADHD myself, and I find it kind of hard to concentrate on something sometimes, and I get hyperactive. And I know exactly what you're talking about, but ADD and ADHD are different.
Yeah, they're different, but there's a lot of similarities. But where I kind of took control over both of them was, again, the OCD part,
Sure.
was the drinking, self-medicating, of course,
Right.
but metal. That's the only thing in my entire life I've been able to stay straight for and focus on consistently, for 27 years.
Uh-huh.
Go figure.
Right.
What about you, man?
Brian?
I've been
Go ahead.
What do you do?
can't hear.
Can you hear us now?
It's a Verizon commercial.
Okay. Oh,
It's loud.
go ahead.
You still with us?
Yeah,
Okay.
Yeah. What do you do for your,
Problem.
I kind of what I was gonna say.
That happens a lot also. You want to say anything to the band we got here? Beneath the Stairs.
I haven't music, but I'm willing to check it out. I'm pretty.
Hello?
You're breaking up, buddy.
Yeah, you're breaking up like really bad.
I bet. I was on speakerphone.
Oh, okay,
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
Now it sounds
That's
much
better.
better.
You're
There we
better. What do you gotta say to Beneath the Stairs?
Okay, he's still breaking up on us.
All right, I'll take that.
I'm sure his thoughts in that meaning is,
Maybe the speakerphone works well.
are you back on speakerphone again?
No.
Okay. You're back on regular phone now.
This is so much fun.
So trying to decipher.
This is
Morse
not
code.
Yeah.
this is not planned. This is just happening.
What is
it's
going
definitely
on
live.
right now?
It's like reality radio, you know?
We're gonna have to drop the connection. Sorry, dude. It's
Yeah, your signal was breaking up way too bad. It was breaking up worse than my mind does sometimes. And I got two people here that are witness to that.
Yeah. I can feel you on the OCD thing though, man. Like, like with us with our album, it's probably taken about 3 months to
Yep.
mix it.
Oh yeah.
I mean, we're doing it remotely, but it's it's a very tedious process. But it's one of those things where at first you kind of shun it off. You're just like, yeah, I just want to get this done, you know. But then once you get the headphones on, then you gotta go
Then
listen to
forget
it
it.
in the car, and then you probably spend 3 or 4 hours listening to the same song over and over again, picking out the little bits and pieces, and
But that's the
you know,
cool thing, 'cause
Yeah.
you want to get the song.
That's where the OCD
tight.
is productive.
Right.
Exactly. You know.
And we all have it.
yeah,
You know, and it's okay to
Right.
have it as long as it's done. And like I said, that's the only thing I've been able to focus on
Sure.
for the past almost
'Cause it's
30
fun,
years.
right.
Yeah, and actually get something from it.
Right, exactly.
We're going to go ahead and roll out on another break here on A Piece of Metal. We're going to come back with Beneath the Stairs. We're going to jam out to some more tunes of theirs. And we're going to keep the phone lines open, 773-455-6995. Callers, don't call and use your speakerphone. You know, bring the phone up to the mouthpiece and speak so we can hear you.
Yeah, it's bad enough we have to use speakerphone too to get it in the mic.
I know, you know, help us out here. Help us out here. We're behind about 30 years into technology. We're going to go ahead and roll out. Come back and join us.
Stepping straight ahead, oblivious to all the breeze we rushing for, unbeknownst to me too late, see it all coming down. Deep within is all I think I know I need. Find what suits me, indecision, grip me with control. I can't say no, can't move on.
Whoa, we are back here on A Piece of Metal. We have Beneath the Stars with us. I said stars. I was just being goofy and saying I didn't say stars. I know the difference between stars and stairs.
Sorry, man, you're not very good at being goofy.
Wow, and to think all my teachers told me that for nothing.
Just so you know, phone lines are open.
Dennis, you gonna fuck with her on that one?
Phone open.
Good, that was exactly like what I said. 773-455-6995. We are with Beneath the Stairs. Call with questions for the band, please.
Yeah, no hitting on Morgan. We'll save that for next
I mean,
week's show.
I don't mind, but we've got a band on, so hit on them. And when we have a show to ourselves without bands,
Spoken like a
I
humble
guess you
woman
can
with
talk to
no
me.
ego whatsoever. She is
hey,
a-
I'm
It's okay, you guys can hit on me. We got a hitter.
There we go.
We got ourselves a caller. Let's see if it rings a second time. You are on A Piece of Metal.
no hitting on me.
Hit on.
Hey Morgan. What's your sign, baby?
Go away, Adam. Bye. Hang up.
Adam again. Hey, I'm calling with a real question now for Beneath the Stairs. Hey guys, quick question. Who's your influences? I recognize your style, but I'm not exactly sure who it is.
Our influences.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
we all write. So musically, like we said before, like metal, I have like a lot of punk influences.
We have a huge jazz influence of what we do.
Definitely on that last song.
And I don't know. I guess bands that people have compared us to live, but we've come up to shows that we get Opeth, Catatonia,
Yes.
a little bit of Rush. I've actually got one guy come up to me and said, "Hey, you guys sound like Dream Theater," but I take that with a grain
I
of salt.
remember that guy.
Okay,
Yeah.
I can
You
see-
know,
yeah.
It's
I
a
can
nice
hear that.
compliment, but it's like, okay, yeah. Lisa gets a lot of comparisons to the lead singer from Jefferson Airplane, Grace Slick.
Oh,
With her
love her.
voice.
Oh yeah,
Hell
I
yes.
can totally
Yeah.
tell with that.
Yeah.
Oh my
so-
god, that is like
That,
a
that
humongous
is
compliment.
that is nail on the head.
Yeah.
Yeah. Chick from Concrete Blonde, Jeanette Napolitano.
I was gonna marry her at one time, and then I found out I had no chance in hell. So
But as far as like our actual, identifiable references, like we said earlier in the interview here, we come out of a lot of different things. Old school death metal bands like Morbid Angel, Carcass, Obituary. Coming out of like some of the progressive rock bands from like the '70s bands like Yes, King Crimson.
Yeah, because you guys are harder than a lot of the alternative or progressive rock that I've listened to.
Yeah.
But you still have a really light and passionate style. So I really like it.
Well, thank
It's
you.
interesting.
Thank you very much.
Really appreciate that.
thank you,
Hey,
there,
hey.
brother Adam.
Stick with it, guys. I love you guys.
All right. Thank
All
you.
right, love you too, bro.
Hey.
Sorry, Adam, I didn't mean to do that. I thought you were finished. If you want to call back and say
He
something,
was gonna finish hitting on me. Don't answer.
I didn't mean to hang up on a brother like that.
He
This man
forgot
can be
he was
responsible for me
there.
getting my ass whooped out in the streets for no reason.
It's because you're across the room. It's easy to fuck with you.
See what it feels like now. See what it feels like.
And to think, I have to deal with this.
Yeah. Yeah.
I could
Every
have got those
Tuesday,
Mormon
9
kids.
to 11:30.
I should have got those Mormon kids. They just would settle and been quiet. Yes, sir. We agree with you.
Did they come up to you on the bicycle?
Yeah, and that's actually what was scary because they were both holding ice creams too.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
That's freaky.
Hey, I fear nothing,
Sure.
but fear.
So, what has been the highest moment for your band?
The highest moment.
The highest moment. Wow. I've never really thought about it. Each show we
Yeah.
play, it's
At least up
always-
until this point, because you're going to keep going on and.
Sure.
Mm-hmm.
Well, we had a really good time last fall playing the Damnation Fest across the street at the Portage.
Yeah.
It was nice to be on a big stage like
Yeah.
that and have a bunch of people out in front screaming for us.
Mm-hmm.
But for us, every show is great. We have people show up, guys up in front screaming at us, throwing things at us.
Yeah.
One more song, that kind of stuff. That's always
Yeah, we
that's
always have a good
great.
time on
Yeah,
stage, no matter where it is.
So every show is great. So I think right now I'd probably say the highest moment is probably recently. Like I said, we just wrapping up mixing our album,
and just kind of feeling that it's it's ready to come out. We actually have a finished album. It's not something we threw together at our practice space for a demo or an EP. It's actually a proper album, and it's sort of a sense of accomplishment
go.
for us. We're really proud of it. We stand behind it. The music is really a great culmination of the last 2 or so years we've been working together, and that's it. And just getting ready to sort of, for lack of better words, just unleash it, to release it out to the world, to share it with everybody.
When do you plan on doing that?
That'll be in late August. As soon as we get everything done, get the artwork done, all that. So.
Oh, that sounds cool.
You said your drummer was working on the artwork for it.
Mhm.
Can you do you guys have an idea of what he's creating with the artwork, or
A lot of symbolism with the lyrics, the lyrical content.
is it more like an abstract design kind of, or is there
It's
something-
illustrated.
Yes.
Okay.
Very literal.
Right.
Very
Not necessarily abstract. Right.
realistic depictions of some of the things that that are in the lyrics of our songs. Cool.
Oh, we got ourselves another caller here.
Great.
Hello, you're on the air. I'm listening to PC here of a piece of metal.
Holy shit!
But you know what? I did, give props to the place we're broadcasting from.
We have a phone call.
Phone caller.
How's it going?
Hi.
Hello, you are.
Yeah, I was just calling to say that I've listened to a little bit of Beneath the Stairs music, and I wanted to say that it's pretty good.
Thank you.
Thank
Solid
you.
shit.
Awesome.
Thank you so
No
much.
problem. We'll be playing with you guys in August, actually, so I'll be looking forward to that.
Oh, cool, man.
What's the name of your band?
Yeah, for District 22.
Oh!
What's up, man?
We had these guys on the show
Yeah,
like 2 weeks
several
ago.
of my buddies were on the air on the same radio station a few weeks back, so yeah, I decided to give a call and just let you guys know what's up.
Hey, man, that's cool.
Awesome.
Man.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks
Yeah,
for showing
no
the love,
problem, no
brother.
problem.
And we'll see you soon, man.
Yeah, for sure. Keep rocking.
All right, and you too.
Peace.
Okay, now I can just.
No, that was a
Yeah.
full phone call.
Yes, it was.
You didn't hang up on them. I'm proud of you.
This time.
He figured out the buttons.
I did want to ask.
What's the blue one do?
Don't touch the red
one.
Lisa a question.
The blue one or the red one?
Okay, they're gonna be juice heads now for the next 10 minutes. The shit I gotta put up with.
Come on, Morpheus. It's your decision.
Oh man, total flashback.
Yeah, right.
No, I was gonna ask Lisa, how do you write? Do you come up with music first and then lyrics, or do you do lyrics first? Because when I'm writing a song, and I just want to give a quick shout that both of them kind of shocked me by remembering my first real band, Dragonfly
Yes.
Red,
Sure.
and I didn't remember myself, as I'm always reminded that I keep forgetting things.
Right.
That
getting
we
up there,
did a
man.
show
It's okay.
back in
Yes.
what'd you say, 08?
Oh wait.
Yeah, wait.
Yeah, that was actually pretty cool. The way I write, I do the music first. I have a vibe of like a song or
I
a
get
subject that I want to do first, put out the music, then write the lyrics accordingly. Maybe once or twice I actually wrote the lyrics first and then kind of structured the music around it. That's hard.
that. It's very hard, and it's we write all together, like it's a democratic process, like in terms of like the music and the arrangements and everything. In terms of the lyrics, I prefer to do it with the music first if it could happen that way because of the vibe and the feel.
Okay.
But I could also work it the other way. Like I've done it before. Like the first song, Talk One, that we did, I already had lyrics for it, and then
Yeah, it
the
just fit
music,
perfectly.
it fit. Oh my God, it was crazy
And
because
that's
the
almost-
vibe was already there. Like they
Yeah.
let me hear it, and I was like, oh my God, I have something for this. It was like seriously like the first 20 minutes of the first time that I played with them.
Like putting words to music. Music is very emotionally
Right.
guided.
Right.
It's easier to do.
Right. Right.
Trying
Right.
to put
I agree.
music with lyrics is like,
Yes.
okay.
Yes.
Well, like
a lot of editing.
Yeah.
And that's the thing that, yeah. I mean, you could probably relate to this because then when you start to edit, then it's not as authentic as
Yeah.
it was. Yeah.
It's
right.
like you're trying to squeeze all these words.
Right.
And the
My
meaning-
biggest
the meaning might
problem.
change.
Right.
Yeah, my biggest problem with writing at first was I had so much to say and I would try to
Yes.
put it in, and then when you're trying to sing it,
Oh,
you're like
man.
trying to like force out like 80 words.
Oh man,
at
they are
once.
always telling me
Yeah,
that, because
she's
I
very
get
verbose.
It's like
Yes.
chop, chop, chop. Okay, chop, chop. Take this out. Pull out
And
this.
then for us, instrumental wise too, it's like, okay, we start off playing some really crazy shit, and it's just like, okay, can Lisa sing over this? And it's like, nah, not really. I mean, we go through like our simplification process of like, okay, where's the chorus? Where's the hook?
Right.
All right, there's a hook. Yeah, there it is. Okay.
See, the cool thing about having a separate singer, especially the vibe I'm getting from you all, you're not like, trying to squash the band
Oh, no
and like,
way.
like spread your wings and
No.
shadow them. The cool thing about having a solid lead singer that's unified with the band is you can come up with some crazy
Mm-hmm.
rhythms, and the singer, she can sing at her own pattern or rhythm,
That's exactly
and it
what
still
happens. Mm-hmm.
fits. Like with me, to try to do that, and I'm sure this is shared by every singer out there that plays an instrument, you want to have a more of a complex sound and don't have the songs sounding exactly note for note, rhythm for rhythm, beat for beat
Right.
with the lyrics.
Right.
But that's not no easy shit to
No.
do.
No.
And my biggest influence with that one was, of course, James Hetfield.
Oh, yeah.
And Tom Araya,
Oh
Right,
yeah.
yeah.
which a lot of people think, well, the bass player can easily sing. Like, no, it's the same thing.
Right.
He's
Not
doing
necessarily.
like, maybe
Yeah.
a multiple, hit of notes.
And he's holding down the harmony. He's not even playing the actual chord progression.
Exactly.
Right,
And then,
yeah.
he's singing something that's completely off
Mm-hmm.
time from
Right.
that. It's like, oh, getting a headache thinking of it.
Yeah, I totally give you guys props for that because I mean that's a lot to handle. And Eric over here, he has like this whole space station thing going on
Mm-hmm.
with like his pedals and like all that stuff, and he does the backing vocals. And I mean, I don't do it, but I could see that that's difficult to have to
Yeah.
concentrate on that while you're playing.
It
and while
actually
you're
took me a few years before that actually sank in. It's like, okay,
You
it's
stop
crazy.
looking at it. Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And one of the other things that's kind of cool is, like when you were talking about the vocalization about, I took up vocal lessons also to strengthen the voice because when we let go of the other guy, he was also the other singer.
Right.
And he would do 7 songs, I would do 7 or 10 and 10,
Mm-hmm.
depending on what kind of a set we had. Okay, now I'm doing an
Yeah.
entire 20 set, list of songs by myself. That takes some wind out of you.
Yes. Oh, it definitely does.
But, nothing beats the power and the magic of lemon juice.
Yeah. Yes. Lemon juice is definitely. I always have lemon in my water. I have to.
I was just gonna ask, what's your trick on stage to keep it?
That's the lemon water, but then there's also this spray that I got from my vocal coach. I'm obsessed with it.
The performers.
The Entertainer's Secret. It's got a little
Right.
tuxedo. I'll show it to you.
Yeah, you got some. In
Oh,
your
she's
purse.
got
Yeah,
it.
I'm going to show it to the people here because sorry,
actually
you guys
got me-
can't see it,
she
but
got me
it's
hooked
really
on it,
cute.
too. It's like crack.
And what
It's
it
like
is?
a penguin in a bottle.
Especially in the winter
Yeah,
when you're
kind
it's like
of.
really
Look,
dry.
it's got a little tuxedo.
Oh, I've seen that before.
Yeah,
Where
and
do
it
you get
really.
that?
we,
well,
we go through like cases of that in the
Yes.
winter just with rehearsal. 'cause,
Yes.
I mean,
To be honest, I think we were at like Sam Escher Guitar Center, and they offered us, they offered it to.
Oh, they have that there.
I think so.
We've been
Yeah.
getting it online. I got
Oh,
it from
a
my
bit
vocal
cheaper.
coach.
Yeah, you might. Yeah, it would be cheaper online.
Yes.
But we honestly thought it was going to be a the horse shit fucking product. But
This stuff is
no,
awesome.
no,
It's
it's
actually it's got glycerin in it. What you do with it is it doesn't go. It's you breathe it in so it actually touches your vocal
Oh, okay.
cords.
Yeah. Nice.
So it lubricates them.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
when you have like dry throat, stuff like that, which I know like while you're singing and
Oh,
stuff like
me,
that, no amount of water is going to quench that.
No.
Yeah.
One of the things that now here's what my vocal coach. I'm gonna give a shout out to her, Gillian Kelly. She has a master's degree in music and voice, and she teaches opera singers.
Oh, nice.
But her main thing is metal singers because a lot of them go there.
Yeah.
Well, quite frankly, who better to get your vocal training from than a woman that has a master's
Yeah.
degree that teaches opera singers?
Right.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And she told me 2 things. She said one was the straight lemon juice, a little cap full of vinegar, separately, and a shot of bourbon right before you
Go on
do-
stage.
Wow.
go on stage.
Yeah.
Right. That's my mom's trick. Yeah.
Right.
There you go.
Yeah, to,
so
like,
it's
warm up.
and brings down,
Yeah.
the anxiety levels a little bit.
That too.
Calms your nerves.
My
Yeah.
favorite is Jägermeister because it
I
has
love
like,
Jägermeister.
yeah, it's
Yeah.
like that little
Right, right.
menthol
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
taste
yeah.
in it.
I love that stuff. I like it.
Morgan's not a fan of Jägermeister.
It's got that licorice like
out.
taste.
Here we go.
Uh-oh.
What do I call it?
Now they're gonna yell at me because I don't like Jaeger.
Okay. Caller, you're on the air on a piece of metal. I got it right now.
Yeah.
Hey, how's it going? This is Ed. I'm from the band District 22. I just want to call in to show my support for
What's up, man?
Thank you.
guys in August, and I love your music, and I'm looking forward to it.
All right, man. Thank you so much.
Cool. We're looking forward to it
No
too.
problem.
We'll see you soon.
All right. Okay, he hung up for me. No, I just don't want to hang up on it. That asshole hung up on me. I know where he lives.
Right.
No, but no, there's a lot of things different. This one girl got mad at me because she sings in and not to try to sound like I'm slamming on another form of music. She sings in a R&B / rap hip hop band, and she was talking about like the pressures of singing and being up on stage in a performance. And I'm like, well, yeah, and I understand that also. And I'm in a metal band, and what kicked off the argument was, yeah, but you know, metal is not what, sweetie. Let me point something out to you.
Man, those are some fighting words.
And they were. It's like, let me break something down to you. What you do is just sing in your soft, beautiful, melodic voice, and you stand in one place. I'm screaming both my fucking lungs out until there's no air left.
Right,
in them.
right.
You know, bringing like, you know, all this energy to play guitar, doing leads, and doing all that, and
takes
interacting
stamina.
with the audience, and not losing any of it. Get the fuck out of my face. Like, I remember an interview that Lars Ulrich said, actually it was between Lars and James, and they asked if they would go as long as the Rolling Stones have. And they said, well, no offense to the Stones, but it's not the same. And it isn't. You know, you got the Stones, you know, should be chatter, chatter. I mean, they put a little more emphasis in it than that.
Right.
But it's not as heavy.
Right,
and then
right.
you got, you know,
And
this
Mick
other
Jagger,
guy.
you know, he shakes it out there.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Like does
he's
this little chicken dance a little bit.
Right.
But then you got this guy standing behind a microphone going, Master! You know,
Right.
and, you know, doing like 80-mile-an-hour songs.
Yeah,
and,
one after another.
and he's like Metallica shows have gone from 40 minutes to an hour and a half to like 3 hours now.
That's crazy to me.
Imagine being up on stage screaming for 3 hours. And then you got to do it again tomorrow night.
I don't know. I don't understand the screaming, you know, because like we were talking about, you know, like I can't do that, like, you know, girls scream and stuff like that. And when people do the growls and stuff, I can't do it. I cannot do it. I would
that
be
little
like
bit
all
just
ripped
hurt
up
right now.
Yeah.
But Morgan was talking last about a videotape by a woman that
Melissa Cross.
that shows about how to do the guttural growl
Wow.
thing.
The Zen is screaming vocals for a new generation.
I want to do it, you know, maybe like in a couple of songs, but
Right, or like accent or whatever.
Yeah.
Like, you know, not like the
Gates of Babylon, who you got me that beautiful picture of, the girl Susie Reagan does an excellent screamo and growl, and you wouldn't expect it because she's like, you know, this like
Petite woman.
little thing, and you know, and you know, she's like riffing it up on guitar, and then that voice comes out, and like, whoa. I'm scared
That's cool.
and turned on at the same time. But it's definitely not something that everybody can do.
Right.
But then again, at the same time, not everybody can do Rob Halford, which you
True.
shouldn't. And everybody can't do
King Diamond.
true.
Okay, which that was my biggest problem coming up as, you know, a vocalist and wanting to do this. Then when, of all things, they're not a metal band, but when Pearl Jam came, I was like, wow, I can do that.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah, you know, and the Axl Rose thing with like the false, you know, falsetto, you know,
Yeah,
that
that
sucks in some cases.
But he made it work for him, right?
Yes.
Yeah, that's it. He made it work for him. And your voice, you have this like very deep, rich tone, you know, that pretty much holds its own through. A lot of female vocalists get drowned out by the instruments. That is not the case with you.
Oh, thank you. I try. I'm loud even in my speaking voice. Like,
Which I can hear, which is good because
That whole speak clearly into the microphone.
yeah. It just.
Does it help if you speak like this?
No,
Eric always
no,
makes
it
fun of
doesn't
me too.
help
Like,
you at all, Tony.
we were on the phone once,
I'm
and we were a
being
block
goofy.
away, and he could hear me
Yeah,
like in
she
my
was-
real voice, like down,
going
the,
out
like it
to-
was like 2 blocks away.
Right.
like that is cool.
Yeah.
Like when I've gotten mad at people and had arguments, I've known to get up there pretty loud. And
Yeah.
that's usually not a good thing because then I have no voice the next day. And oh, we got a show in 3
Right.
more
Yeah.
days. And some jerk went and pissed me off. Oh well, here comes the lemon juice.
So what has been like one of your worst moments as a band? I know we talked about high points,
Yes.
and then we're going to the lowest point that you guys have
Let's
had.
get them out there.
Wow.
Oh, we got to do that, huh?
Yeah.
Tough questions are coming. I'm sorry.
Going to a show unprepared and then having a string break on stage, not having a backup guitar.
I had that happen before.
Yeah.
That is some
It's
fucked
nerve-wracking.
up shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then you get the crickets out in the audience, and you're
Yeah.
just like, okay, how are we going to entertain these people while I change the string on stage?
And then it's like verbal diarrhea time, and
Yeah,
it's like, you know,
right.
you're just like
I
kind
haven't
of
done that sort of
trying to
thing
fill
since I was in like,
space.
high school playing Battle of the Bands kind of thing. But yeah, we had a show about a year ago, and
Yeah.
it was never again. It's like, okay.
Yeah.
The unprepared thing, definitely. And I think every band, every
You gotta
musician
have a backup with all of your equipment, too,
Right.
you know,
has
'cause things
that-
go out, your head
Sure.
might go out. You know,
It's not your fault. You have no way of control. This shit just happened.
but you know what? You still got to go up on stage and do your up on stage and do your thing. I mean, that's it. you
Like
know?
what happened to us one time was we didn't rehearse certain songs, and it's like, okay,
Oh yeah.
you know,
It
you
shows.
do the like mumbling in the microphone.
Oh,
thing,
yeah.
you know, because it's like shit. I don't know the lyrics, or I'm forgetting the rhythm, and we're looking at each other like,
Yeah.
wait a minute, that was
Oh.
you. But you know what? If you do it and just go straight through and just muscle through it, the audience actually appreciates that better than you stopping and just squashing
That's
the
true.
whole thing.
That's
Or
true.
even looking like you know you fucked up, right?
Yeah, because they may not know you fucked up.
Exactly.
I mean, I think the best example of that I've seen is like with old Van Halen with David Lee Roth.
Oh yeah.
I forgot the fucking words, man. He just says it right in the middle of the show.
And you know, it's like, what the hell? I'm
Right.
gonna go ahead and do this
And
anyway.
he does his kick and he goes off the stage.
Yep.
And
It's
it's
like-
like, hey, you're still getting entertained.
But
Yeah.
that's what it's all about. Entertainment.
Yeah, excellent.
We're gonna go ahead and knock down another break. We're gonna be back with Beneath the Stairs.
Remember to call in after the music plays.
And after the music plays, call in and no hitting on Danielle.
Or during.
Okay, you want to call in during and hear yourself ramble through the music? Okay, that's cool. None of us will be in here.
445-544, whatever it is, I don't know. Wow.
And she's reading it.
773.
6995 are the last four.
And the three digits is 455.
Put it all together. It's a puzzle.
I'm not gonna even do it because they done ruined it now. Now it's not
We're
funny
gonna make
anymore.
you think on this show.
Thinking on a metal show. Who would ever thought such a thing would happen? Mr. Anderson. Anyway, we're going to knock down some more music here, and we're going to come back here on A Piece of Metal. Rock back with us, people.
Turns out the same, it doesn't matter anyway.
some upcoming shows.
Yeah.
What's up, peeps? You are now back with us listening to A Piece of Metal. I am Tony Myrick. I've got my peeps here, Dennis and Morgan, and we have in the, well, I can't call it the studio, booth here with us.
The front window of a old store.
Beautiful downtown
yeah.
Portage Park, right?
Right across the street from the Portage Theater, called A PC Here, and we have Beneath the Stairs with us. I just wanted to give you all a moment. Tell us about the songs that we were just listening to throughout the show.
Sure. So the first one on the list is also going to be the opener for the album, is called Guilty Bystander. And this particular song I thought was very strange how it all came about, because Eric and I went to go, oh, sorry, I keep doing that.
He was pointing at me. I was like, what'd I do?
So we ended up, we like went for coffee one evening or something, and he told me about this idea that he had for a song about, someone that he knew from his past that, got into some sordid things, and, like that he went to high school with, and it just went down like a really dark path in his life, and it ended tragically. And strangely enough, that very same evening, I ran into an old friend of mine that, same exact story. He's, it just left me feeling like just real empty and sad for him, and we just started talking about it, and that's the idea that he had for the song, and I was like, that is so weird, because I just have like this fresh experience now to bring to the table for the idea.
No, that's cool.
Yeah, that was
Yeah.
really weird.
Very deep, too.
Yeah, and it's also kind of a reflection on the whole concept of justice with society. Everybody has such a different connotation of the idea of justice and what really is right or wrong, and with the context of it. In my friend's particular case, he was a solid guy and all, but he was condemned for what he did. But the reality is, the thing that ended up happening to him really wasn't his fault. He was just a bystander. So that's
Exactly.
where the kind of concept
Yeah.
of a guilty bystander comes from. He's guilty of some things, but he's still a bystander.
Exactly. And still like a good person,
Right.
someone that you wonder like what would happen if they had a different set of circumstances, and different people that they
Well,
hung out with, and
I believe that good people do bad things.
Sure,
You're a good
everybody-
person. You're just flawed.
right,
Everybody's got
absolutely,
their
everybody.
Skeletons, So, I'm going to talk about In the Dark, our next one.
Oh yeah, sure. So In the Dark is the next one on the list. That one was more about like interpersonal relationships. It could be friendship, could be a romantic relationship, and it's just the difficulty that you have with another person. Miscommunications, misunderstandings, projection is a big thing. Projecting things like from your past onto the other person, and the conflict that arises from that.
Okay, that makes sense.
That's probably one of our oldest songs, too.
Yes.
Lisa and I had written that together about 5 years ago.
Mhm.
So it started off as just a little sort of acoustic ditty
Yes,
we
it
used
was
to
an
play with
acoustic
the
tune.
mics with, and now it's turned into kind of an opus. So.
Right.
And what else did we hear tonight?
Then there was Talk 1, I believe was the next one, which is Tropic of Cancer. It's a trilogy, so we have 2 parts on the album.
We're still writing the third one, but
Yes.
they're not really connected lyrically, but if you want to talk about the first part of it.
Sure. Yeah, so Tropic of Cancer 1, this is the one that I was talking about that I already had lyrics for, and they had the music and everything just gelled. This is the first song we wrote. And this particular one is about your feelings. It's like a social commentary, I guess. So about your feelings, what people's plans are for you, or their idea of what you should be, which everybody goes through, especially in adolescence, as you're, growing up and you're trying to, figure out what you're going to do with your life and what have you. And then just, like I'm very against like social paradigms and like mindsets, like, that people project on you, things that you should do
Yes.
because everybody
Yes.
else is doing it.
Exactly.
So this is,
I know that personally.
right, and a lot of people do, so that's one of the things that I had the most difficult time with my family first. My friends, not really. It was my family, I
Yeah.
think, that not even immediate family, but still everybody has their,
Yeah.
the people that they struggle with stuff like that. So I had a time with that, like through high school and college, and so this is just my response to that and breaking free from it and not caring what people think about it.
Damn Skippy.
Mm-hmm.
So
And-
yeah, that's a nice little array of songs we had going there, and I've pretty much granted, of course, everybody would think that, well, he's got them on the show. Of course, he's going to say he liked all of them. But no, I actually do like all of them. You know, the beats, the rhythms, you know, the
That's why
drumming was
they're on
tight.
here.
Oh yeah. Yeah, and that's another thing too that I have to say. I'm very blessed to be able to be a part of something where there's such talented people that I could be working with. I mean, they are so talented, and I'm very grateful for that.
And you all
Feelings
get
mutual.
along pretty good, you know,
Yeah,
which
we
is
do.
good, you know, solid
Yes.
thing.
Yeah. Oh my God,
We
that's
do
very
have a
important.
Really good. I think the core of everything is we have really good chemistry
Mm-hmm.
as individuals, you know, but also just with the way the music kind of comes out.
Right.
You know, we really understand where we're going musically and just kind of conceptually with the music.
Yes.
I think it just makes it a lot easier for us to get ideas out and write. So
And that's not something that's, you know, that's never been definitively stated. You know, it's just kind of there, you know, so it's chemistry. It's just
Yeah.
a feeling.
That's cool.
Mm-hmm.
So what's the goal for the band? Like in long time run, where do you guys see yourself? I mean, in terms of label, are you gonna self-produce?
yeah, right now, I mean, this album, obviously, we're self-producing it. We're putting it out all on our own dime. We are going to be shopping it around to see if we can get label interest for that. We are trying to get out of Chicago now too. Actually, start playing some regional shows and some bigger shows.
And do you have people booking your shows right now for
Yep.
you? Are you doing it?
We do. We actually work with a company called Red Star Entertainment, booking and touring.
Yeah, that's getting bigger and bigger.
Mm-hmm. So we're moving right along with it. Just, you know, basically kind of our sort of anticipation right now is just getting this album done, getting all the planning behind it for releasing it, and then sort of putting the next steps or getting the next steps into place after that. So
What's been the hardest process of the whole thing altogether?
just keeping track of everything.
Yeah.
I mean, there is so much to do.
You want to talk about forgetting stuff? I mean,
Yeah.
Jesus, I feel like a crazy person half the time. Like,
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, just the logistics of trying to manage your own band, anything from recording, dealing with merchandise, making sure the artwork's ready for the merchandise, making sure you have stickers. People want stickers.
I love stickers.
Here you go, have a sticker. Got them in my
Oh my
pocket.
God, I have a beneath the
You,
stairs
you have to learn
sticker.
how to be a pimp, you know. Here you got your stickers.
I invited to the after show. Oh my God.
You know, having pics.
I'm putting this on my guitar case.
I like the eye on here, and then it's got the.
yeah, we
still
love
want
it. It's like a mid sentence. That was.
It-
I was gonna say I saw this on the business card that I was handed before. Go ahead, Dennis.
I was gonna say. No, I like how the letters are like the.
Eye chart?
Like the
Yes.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Really cool.
You know,
Whose eye is that?
And you could have waited.
be honest with you, we have no idea.
You stole an eye.
No. Google gave us the eye.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Google's been giving a lot of people the eye.
Oh yeah. You know, so we thought we would
Bastards.
just take one of them and use it as our logo. So, but
Are there any other logos that you guys have working on too? Or is this-
we have like the regular sort of text logo that we use for some of our merchandise just to make it easier to read, and you know, you're playing a show with like 15 other bands, you know, you have something that says it'll be legible. So we're not you know, a lot of metal bands got the pointy
Yes.
gory
yeah,
fonts
the
and
ones
it's
that
just
you can barely read. It's just
right,
like spider webs
you know,
and shit.
So it looks like the PV logo, you know, or it's just like, you know, blood dripping on a page, which I think is a great aesthetic for that's what they are. But
Right.
you know, at
It's
the end
hard
of the
to
day,
read. It is.
you have to remember what the band name is and you
Yeah.
have to read it. So
For shirts, do you guys? I know you said you were working on one for to match the album. Are there any other shirts that you guys are working on now as well?
now right now we just have our standard logo shirts that's we just keep producing.
Are those available?
Yes, they are. We have them available online. $15. We'll ship to anywhere in the world.
Nice.
So,
Cool.
yep.
That was Dennis's phone interrupting that thought process there. Way to go. Put it on silent.
It was.
No, it wasn't.
It was on vibrate, man. Vibrate.
now.
Buzz,
The
buzz.
thing with like merchandise too is, I mean, it's always fun to have like 15 different styles of things,
Yeah.
but it's just so much money and time to get all that stuff together, and we're not quite there yet. So
Do you do the thing, your drummer signs drumsticks and throws it in the audience?
no.
Not yet.
I'm like trying to picture.
You know,
that,
actually,
too.
I had some guitar picks produced mainly because I always lose my picks on stage or whatever. So I found a really good vendor for picks, and I just put our logo on it. And everybody's like, "Are you going to sign your picks?" I was like, "No, these are for me to use more than anything, and I'm just going to give them out to people." I mean, actually, the picks actually worked out to being like something I really liked. I was really comfortable with them, and you know, don't fatigue my hands. I don't bang into the strings. So,
What brand?
Intune guitar picks. So
So yeah, they're real reasonable, and
What cracked me up is I remember watching a performance. Hold on, I dropped your sticker.
It's your sticker
I
now.
thought
man.
your phone was ringing.
I was watching Metallica when they were like, Kirk and James was just throwing out guitar picks out in the audience.
Yeah.
And for
That's
a second,
25 cents a pick.
Yeah, I'm like, okay, that's cool.
Start
But then I'm
monetizing
thinking,
it, yeah.
there's like almost 200,000
Yes.
people.
Oh,
out there.
man.
Who the fuck is gonna catch these damn things?
Yeah.
It'll be like a total mob.
Hey,
People
what-
killing
can I
each
catch
other.
one? Like,
And then what if you get a fight and then there's a lawsuit?
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
a funny story actually. Though when I got to see Metallica, they were throwing picks out at the end, and I had the one that was shaped like a coffin under my hand, and some fucking asshole stepped on my hand to get the
no.
pick.
damn,
Fucking pissed.
And it was shaped like a coffin.
Yeah.
Oh man,
that's in itself is
that's
a rarity.
tragic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I hope you did like seek some kind of revenge and pummel this person.
Look at the size of me, dude.
Yeah.
You need
Okay.
muscle.
No, he just needs me to hang out with him at shows and let me get a few drinks in and like just crack a. Hey, you give him back that guitar pick right now. Then I can call my friends to bail me out of jail for beating some guy to death over a 25-cent guitar
Yeah.
pick.
You're right.
It's like, no, dude, you sit your ass in on that one. No, so we're definitely going to be looking for some more performances and
Absolutely.
happenings with Beneath the Stairs. And like I said,
Sure.
I get my project going. I definitely want to do some shows. I'm all
Oh,
about
yeah.
opening.
Oh, yeah.
I'm all about opening. In fact,
cool.
you can if you can find some female bass and drummers to throw my way, rock on. I'm all about opening.
Yeah.
I'm all
Oh, we'd
about
definitely be into that.
networking
Sure.
and having some fun with this.
Yeah, we
As
remember
s-
you performing. You were good.
So, you already know
Yeah.
what I'm capable
Yeah.
of doing.
Right.
That makes me feel good that somebody recognizes.
Do you guys want to run those shows one more time?
All
Past
right.
the
So
people?
July
Knock 'em down.
July 16th, Saturday, we are at Metal Merchants 5.
It looks fucking awesome.
at
Check out
Reggie's.
these flyers. These are-
And at the end of the month actually it's July 30th. We're at the Vipers Alley in Lincolnshire with Tragic Loss of Veronica Lakis, their CD release show. And then we have the Red Stars West Memphis 3 fundraiser show August 28th. That's at Reggie's again. So
Those are some good shows coming up for you guys. What's been your favorite place to play and with who?
Oh. I have to say.
you have to pick one.
Yeah. Well, no, the Elbow Room. I love the Elbow Room.
I love that
Yeah.
place too. I
Yeah.
can't wait to get Brian. If you're listening,
it is-
boo. We when I get a brand again, I want to hit you at the stage again, dude.
It is so much fun. I mean, we love the staff. I mean, obviously, it ended up being our home away from home last year, and I always joke like I seriously feel like I could bring my slippers over there. Like I'm, like we're always
Why not?
over there. Yeah.
We're really looking forward to getting to Reggie's, getting on their stage. Every show I've seen there the sound's always been incredible.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
So this is your first time playing at
Yes.
Reggie's?
Yeah. So
We've been offered shows to Reggie's, and then every time we're offered a show to Reggie's, it gets moved somewhere
Oh.
else.
yeah,
So we've
I've
yet
seen that
to play
happen
at
to a lot of
Reggie's.
people.
Yeah.
Yeah. And we're looking forward in the fall. We're going to get into the Double Door and some of those other places too. So
Yeah, definitely
And
look
then
forward
The
to that, too.
stage and the sound of Double Door is pretty kick ass.
Oh,
We
yeah.
played there like 3
Right.
times. That's a pretty cool stage.
yeah,
Wow. Yeah, I've never played there, but the sound there is great.
yeah. I've been seeing shows there for almost 20 years
Yeah.
already. And
Man.
yeah.
Okay, and
All right.
what's going on right now, Tony?
Absolutely nothing. Just conferring some professional technical points with our sound man Joe.
Joe,
We
Dan?
don't give him enough props. I'm gonna go
Give
ahead
him
and
some
give
love.
a quick shout out and
Hey,
show
Joe.
some love to Joe. Joe
Hey, Joe.
Thank you,
does
Joe.
a good job with operating our board, pulling
He
up the
does, he
songs, arranging the songs by the bands that bring in
And
their
it's nice
music.
sitting in the
Yes,
back
thank you
'cause I
very
don't
much
have
for
to
that.
see his
Yeah,
face.
he is the true behind the scenes man that makes the shit happen, and we got to give the brother up some props.
Agreed.
Yes.
Agreed.
I wanted to ask earlier. She mentioned about you with the footwork and pedals. What kind of
yeah.
pedals are you working?
Oh yeah.
Well, I have my mainstay, which is a it's a modified Ibanez Tube Screamer. It's a TS-808,
Okay.
which I use the front of my amp. I just use that, if I need to cut up through the mix in the house or for leads. It just really punches up the sound. And then everything else I run through a TC Electronics Nova Station. It's got all the
Nice.
analog and digital effects together, and it also does the MIDI triggering for my head to switch between the clean and distortion channels. So kind of simplified everything, as much as possible. So
Well, we're going to go ahead and wind it up here
Oh.
at a PC here. A
piece of metal.
I was going to say that. You tiny little woman, you. Thor. No, that didn't count because I was going to say you didn't give me a chance to. But I got to give like a shout out to the place that we broadcast from, which is PC here, 4055 North Milwaukee, right across the street from the beautiful Portage Theater where you all
Yes.
played before. You've been listening to A Piece of Metal with Beneath the Stairs. And Morgan and Dennis, you want to give some shout outs to people? I want to give a shout out to, and I mentioned her in the previous show about Women of Metal, which you are a woman of metal yourself,
Yes.
Lisa.
I
Susie
am.
Reagan of Gates of Babylon. We were talking about her vocals, how awesome and very heavy they sound. And gave a shout out to Joe, who was our behind the scenes sound man. And Dennis and Morgan, you want to give some shouts?
Speaking of a piece of metal, we will. I mean, not a piece of metal. Chicago Women of Metal.
Chicago
Now,
Women of
I
Metal,
fucked
yes.
up.
Okay, I ain't letting you ride on that one, brother.
Yeah. A piece of metal will be at the Chicago Women of Metal barbecue on July 9th.
Yes. Well, two of us will anyway.
because the one who is a Chicago Woman of Metal won't be there.
Exactly.
I'm sorry that I have a bridal shower I need to go to because I am a bridesmaid in a wedding, and it's important for me to do that.
I don't know. Bridesmaid doesn't sound very metal there, Mrs.
That's how I feel.
I know. Sometimes we have to do these things.
But no, who you want to give some shout outs
I
to?
want to give
there?
a shout out to my cousin from Seattle who's actually listening. I think that's probably our furthest listener so far.
Oh,
Cool.
cool.
So
Very
she
cool.
just tuned in for her first time, and thank you to our callers, Adam, Brian, the guys from District 22. It's been so nice to have calls tonight.
Yeah, love from all you brothers. That was really cool. You made this
She's
show.
been wanting that since she got on the show. Let's get the phone working.
I
I
just
know.
don't want to talk to you two all the time. I want,
Oh,
I want
thank
interaction
you.
with fans. But
Wow.
I do want to thank you guys for coming out too.
Thank
It's
you
been
so
for
much for
having us.
having
fun to hear you
us.
music.
Yeah, we had a great time.
Yeah,
this
you
is
guys are
cool.
fun.
And looking for some definite more shows from you. And hey, find me some peeps, and I'll open for you.
All right, cool, man.
All right, I'm Tony Myrick. We're going to go ahead and wind things down here at A Piece of Metal here on Slam Internet Radio. Catch us every Tuesday night from 9 to 11:30. We're going to end with some more music by Beneath the Stairs. Check them out on Facebook.
And at their show July 16th.
All righty. Piece of Metal. Love Piece of Metal to everyone. Peace out.
Good night.
The time has come to pass, resurrect and finish. Let's just leave it all behind, but save what was always mine. It keeps me using. The clock's been ticking.